Now let's talk all about S-Way. S-Way is basically a program just like PowerPoint, guys. The S-Way means it needs one lecture. A lecture from him. I'm going to explain S-Way, which lets you create slides with cool features to share with students. It offers amazing backgrounds and feels cloud-based, allowing quick access to information. Unlike PowerPoint, where you leave the environment for media, S-Way lets you get what you need directly. Let's dive into S-Way, a great program to use. S-Way creates slides for you and offers really nice features that you can easily share with students. You can make amazing backgrounds. The difference between it and PowerPoint is that it feels a bit cloud-based, meaning you can quickly access all the information you need. With PowerPoint, you have to leave the PowerPoint environment to get a video or an image, but with S-Way, you don't have to leave. You can get whatever you want right there. Now, let's start diving into S-Way. And this is a really great program that you can use. The comprehensive Office 365 program is indeed available at your university. And here, guys, it's absolutely the beauty of the S-Way, or Nearpod. You'll find something called S-Way. This is a standalone program within Nearpod. There's something called Flipgrid, which is another program within Nearpod. We will learn all these programs together, God willing. So here it tells you that there are a set of ready-made S-Way templates that you can use and work on or modify. For example, you can edit them or use templates like countries or whatever. You can create things that you can use in your lesson. It tells you that you can take a moment to look at that. You have ready-made S-Way templates that you can use and work on or modify. For example, you can edit them or use templates like countries or whatever. You can create things that you can use in your lesson, or it tells you, well, you can create an S-Way from scratch. That's what I want. If you could just add that directly into your lesson with just a couple of clicks, it would show you a slide, give you some nice features. For example, if I said, let's go to Italy. Italy is kind of close to our heritage, right? So if I click a couple of times, it will bring up information about Italy. Just a moment. You can create an S-Way from scratch, of course. That's what I want. If you could just add that directly into your lesson with just a couple of clicks, it would show you a slide and give you some nice features. For example, if I said, let's go to Italy. Italy is kind of close to our heritage, right? So if I click a couple of times, it will bring up information about Italy. It will show you complete information about Italy, and the student can view it at their own pace. Just by clicking save, you'll have a slide with all that information. If you click on the save button, the student will have a slide with all that information. It's it. With S-Way, you can view complete and comprehensive information about Italy. The student can easily see it and thoroughly explore it at their own pace. Just by clicking save, you'll have a slide with all that information. If you click on the save button, the student will have a slide with all that information right there. On behalf of, if you click on it like this, you can edit it and do whatever you want. Of course, I don't want to edit it. I want to use Sway. Honestly, it creates amazing backgrounds and beautiful visuals. Let's see how these things work, Dr. Sammy. Just a moment, I will cancel the current setup and delete it as well. I don't want any pre-made work. Of course, you can look at things that might help you in your field because it offers various specialties. If you want to delete any slide, just click on the slide and you can delete it from the top here. You can perform the delete operation or delete slide on the selected slide and press delete to remove it. All right, now let's move on to Sway. I'm the one who will run Sway. I'll click on the word Sway like this and I'll say, here is Sway. No, I don't want to use those pre-made things. I want to create Sway, which means I'll make a PowerPoint-like presentation using Office 365 Sway. Now, let's quickly see what the difference is between it and PowerPoint. Of course, this topic deserves a separate lecture, but I'll try to give you all the basics in about 10 minutes. It actually needs around 3 hours. Dr. Sayed Moya would need 3 hours for it. But still, the topic is very simple, so I'll give you the basics in about 10 to 15 minutes at most, God willing. Of course, this requires the lecture alone, but I will try to give you all the basics in 10 minutes. That means it needs 3 hours. Dr. Sayed Moaya needs 3 hours. But still, topic is very simple. So I'll give you its basics in about 10 to 15 minutes, God willing. I opened the ASWE. Look, guys, the beauty is now. The ease of preparing the scientific material now. The ease of preparing the scientific material. I'm here naming Sway. You'll see, I'm telling you, put your slides here. This is the first slide, the title slide, and here's where you can set your background. You can choose your background from here. It gives you something called the story strip and something called design. I'm focusing on these things. There's also something called preview, which is like a preview mode. and something called share, which allows me to share directly with the students. Pay attention to these two buttons and this work area. So let's start. What are the components of a computer? Here are the components. The computer. So what do you think, everyone? Look at the beauty here, the background. The background, if I click once, what will it open for me? Oh, it opens up for me here. And this is the beauty of Sway, the power of Sway. How? If I want backgrounds about computers, they wrote computer. He told me so that it can be behind me. And I can tell him I feel it right away in seconds. I'm not like in PowerPoint where you have to search. No, here it's right there. It offers backgrounds related to food, nature, and sciences. If you love the backgrounds, it opens up a whole world for you. In this view, you can get additional backgrounds. This means when you do not go outside the environment, PowerPoint takes you outside the environment, but here I am inside the Sway environment. For example, if I come here and you want to add this background, here it is. This background, if you want to preview and see your work, you can do that. You click on the word preview. When you click preview, you can see this view. This is your background. And I have the title, Components of a Computer, and I can start editing it. I want to adjust everything. So I click on edit and start working. I want to make the font a bit bigger, make it smaller, align it to the right or align it to the left. I can adjust everything. I can make it bold or italicize it and so on. Here, there's also something very important. This background you brought in has something called important points. I'm telling you, do you want this background to be complete in the picture or not? If it's not complete, then when you go to preview, you'll see the full picture. And here, pay attention to the feature. All right, there is also something very important here. Here's something very important. This background you brought in has something called important points. I'm telling you, do you want this background to be complete in the picture or not? If it's not complete, then when you go to preview, you'll see the full picture. And here, pay attention to the feature. You'll see it starts showing you the image in the background. If you want to change it quickly, in seconds, if you want to crop the background, pay attention to me. The lecture is recorded, so don't worry. If you want to crop the background, go to details, stand on the background, and click crop. You'll see it starts bringing the image to the background. If you want to change it right away in seconds, and you want to crop the background, pay attention to me. The lecture is recorded, so don't worry. If you want to crop the background, go to details, stand on the background, and click crop. On the details, if you want to add another background, just click on a background like this in seconds. I want, for example, a natural background. Trees and stuff like that. It's totally normal. Then just click add, and in seconds, you'll have a background. You'll immediately see how beautiful this is. How amazing it is, guys. It's amazing. And it will be like this. It gives you ease, meaning if you're the one working on Sway, you'll feel that it's very easy and beautiful. You just need to know its tools and how to work with it, and then you can add and work quickly and efficiently. Of course, you have here. Of course, he tells me, Doctor, can I add a background from my device? Of course, you have it here. Of course, he tells me, Doctor, can I add a background from my device? You're getting everything directly from the internet. It's totally normal. Here it is. Click on the word suggestion like this, and you click on the word my device. Here it is, from OneDrive, from Photos, from YouTube, everything. I want a video background. And creativity, everything is available here. On my device, I'm going back and forth on my device, and I created my background from my photos. For example, if it's Ash, I say open to set it as my background. I haven't added one yet. I need to delete the background. I click on details and then click on the background to delete it. If I want to get them from my device, I would say add background and go to that suggestion and say, let's go to my device. My steps are recorded. If I run quickly, you can listen to me later, but I want to give you all the information. I click on room here, then go to play, and I look at what my background has become. Wow, what beauty in seconds from my device. Okay, but that's not all. We still have a lot to see. We're about to see something really beautiful in something called design. All right, my steps are recorded, guys. If I run quickly, it's recorded and you can listen to me later, but I want to give you all the information. I click on the word room here, then go to play, and I look at what my background has become. Wow, what beauty is this? What beauty is this? In seconds from my device. Okay, but that's not all. We still have a lot to see. We're about to see something really beautiful in something called design. This design, there's something called styles. Keep the styles and design for the end. After you create your slide and all that, now we will see the surprises here. It will give you amazing possibilities in design. Let's go back to the second story strip and keep the other design. After I've done that, click on the details again. All right. This is for us. If I want to name it and create the background and the sound and all that. All right. Here, we will add a background. Let's make it the background. What do you think? Yeah, the background looks nice like this. If it's this background, I just say add right away. If you run it, it will show you like this. Yes, and look at the beauty of it. The color of the text isn't something you did. It automatically chose the best color to match the background. It adjusts the color, sometimes red, sometimes black. It has like artificial intelligence that picks the beautiful color that fits the background without any input from you. It sometimes picks red, sometimes black. It has like artificial intelligence that picks the beautiful color that fits the background without any input from you. And honestly, it's really beautiful, especially when I see the topic of design right now.